Stop everything you are doing. Just 30 seconds. I need you to take a deep breath and understand that if this video reached you at this exact moment in your life, it wasn't by chance. It wasn't the algorithm. It wasn't luck. It was your own consciousness paving the way for the truth you've been avoiding for years. Michael, the archangel of the flaming sword, the celestial guardian who tears veils and breaks invisible chains, is sounding the alarm at this very instant. The vault that the enemy locked in your life has been opened. And you've spent all these years knocking on the wrong door, asking from the outside for what has always been locked within you. Today, I will give you the key. But it's not a metal key. It's a key of consciousness. And when you hold this key in the following lines, your life will never be the same. You've spent your whole life asking, begging, making promises, lighting candles, repeating affirmations in front of the mirror, and nothing happened. And you wonder, with that silent pain in your chest, why it works for others and not for you. Why that neighbor who barely prays got her dream job. Why that cousin who doesn't even believe in God is married, owns his house outright, living the life you so desire. And you, faithful, dedicated, suffering, continue to wake up in the same cramped bed, with the same overdue bills on the table, with the same feeling that life passed you by and you were left behind. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to say can free you from a decades-long prison. The problem was never your faith. The problem is that you forgot the main secret. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you feel you already are. This is the vault Michael is opening now. The vault of your own identity. The vault of the I am, because everything in your life today, absolutely everything, is the exact reflection of what you, in silence, deep within your soul, feel you are. If you feel you are a person in debt, the universe delivers debt. If you feel you are an abandoned person, the universe delivers loneliness. If you feel you are a small person, the universe delivers humiliation. Not because the universe is cruel, but because the universe is a perfect mirror. And the enemy, this silent enemy that lives within your subconscious, locked your vault by programming you to feel what you don't want to be. It was like this, year after year, feeling after feeling, that you built a reality that imprisons you today. When Neville Goddard taught that feeling is the secret, he wasn't giving a pretty phrase to post on social media. He was revealing the key to all human manifestation. When Joseph Murphy wrote about the power of the subconscious, he was unveiling the secret engine that drives your life 24 hours a day, even while you sleep. And when modern quantum physics proved that the human heart emits an electromagnetic field 5,000 times more potent than the brain's, it merely confirmed with instruments and measurements what mystics have always known. Your feeling is the key to the kingdom. Not your words, not your memorized prayers. The feeling. The law of assumption is simple and at the same time the most profound of all spiritual laws. You become what you assume yourself to be, not what you ask to be. Not what you dream of being one day. What you assume yourself to be now in this instant, in the state of consciousness you inhabit. And here comes the common mistake that completely nullifies your manifestation. The mistake that 99% of people make and therefore spend their whole lives waiting for something that never arrives. Wait until the end, because I will reveal it. And when I reveal it, you will understand why so many years were wasted, why so many prayers seemed not to ascend, why so many candles seem to burn in vain. But first, let me explain how the vault was locked. When you were a child, someone told you that money doesn't grow on trees. Someone told you that true love is rare. Someone told you that life is hard, that you have to struggle, that you have to suffer, that no one gives anything for free. Someone told you, perhaps unintentionally, that you weren't smart enough, beautiful enough, capable enough, lucky enough. And your subconscious, which is a faithful and obedient child, recorded all of this as absolute truth. And it began to build your life upon these truths. Every decision, every choice, every relationship, every overdue bill, every sleepless night is the fruit of this old program running in your subconscious like a virus you don't even know exists. And worse, you even inherited your mother's fears, your father's angers, your grandparents' scarcities, an entire lineage of lack written in your spiritual blood. The enemy is not a creature with horns living underground. The enemy is your destructive inner dialogue. The enemy is that voice that whispers, when you try to dream big, that this is not for you. The enemy is that tightness in your chest when you see an opportunity and think, but I'm not on that level. The enemy is the feeling of unworthiness that makes you sabotage, without realizing it, everything good that comes into your life. You find love, and you find a way to push it away. You get money, and it disappears in mysterious ways. You get an opportunity, and something within you creates excuses not to take advantage of it. This is the enemy, and it was he who locked your vault. It was he who took your spiritual keys, hid them from you, and made you believe you needed to beg from the outside for what was always yours by divine right. But Michael has arrived, and Michael doesn't ask for permission. Michael tears, Michael breaks. Michael burns with the sword of fire the mental chains that are holding you, and he only needs one thing: for you to say yes, for you to accept now, at this moment as you hear me, that the vault has been opened and the key is in your hand. The key is feeling. The key is the state of consciousness. The key is the I am. When Moses asked on the mountain what God's name was, the answer came in two words that changed the history of humanity: I am, not I will be, not I could be, not I deserve to be. I am. Present tense, absolute state. And this phrase, my dear, is your phrase too, because you were created in his image and likeness. Everything that comes after I am becomes reality in your experience. I am poor. I am sick. I am abandoned. I am a failure. I am too old. It's too late for me. I am tired. I am exhausted. Do you realize what you are doing with your life? You are using the sacred name to curse yourself every day. Today this ends. Today you will learn to use the I am as Michael uses the sword. I am prosperous, I am loved, I am healed, I am abundant, I am guided, I am the person who has money left over at the end of the month. I am the person who sleeps peacefully. I am the person who lives a true and reciprocated love. I am the person whose family is united and at peace. But pay attention, and here lies the depth of the law of assumption. It's not enough to repeat like a parrot. You need to feel it. Feel it with the intensity of someone who already has it. Feel it with the calmness of someone who has already received it. Feel it with the gratitude of someone who has already lived it. Feeling is the secret. Repeat with me, in your chest now. Feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. Feeling is the secret. If at this moment you are identifying with every word I am saying, if something within your chest is vibrating and saying, this is what I needed to hear, leave your like now as a decree of acceptance. This like is not for me. It's for you. It's your soul telling the universe, I accept the new reality, I accept that the vault has been opened, I accept what is mine by right, and subscribe to the channel, because each subscription is a signature on the spiritual contract of your transformation. You are saying, I belong to this new state of consciousness, I am not going back. Do this now and continue with me, because what comes next is the technique that will change everything. It's the mistake that nullifies manifestations. It's the secret within the secret. Don't leave before the end. The fourth dimension. Have you heard of it? Most people live trapped in only 3 dimensions: height, width, and depth. The material world, the world of bills, the world of traffic, the world of stress, the world of the expensive supermarket, the world of the bill due tomorrow. But there is a 4th dimension, and it is where everything happens before it happens down here. The 4th dimension is the realm of creative imagination. It is the state of consciousness where time does not exist, where past, present, and future coexist, where you can enter and inhabit the version of yourself that is already living what you desire. Neville Goddard called this occupying the state of the fulfilled desire. And this is where everything changes. Stop asking. Start inhabiting. Stop begging for love. Start inhabiting the state of consciousness of the loved one. Feel how they would feel. Walk as they would walk. Look in the mirror with their eyes. Stop begging for money. Start inhabiting the state of consciousness of the prosperous person. How do they pay their bills? With peace of mind. How do they have breakfast? Without tightness in their chest. How do they look at their bank balance? With gratitude. You need to enter this state. You need to feel this state. And you need, and this is the most important word in this entire message, to persist in this state. Persistence. Write this word in your soul with fiery letters. Persistence. Persistence is what separates those who manifest from those who only dream. Most people enter the state for 5 minutes, feel a euphoria, get happy, and then run back to the old consciousness of lack the next minute when they see a bill coming or receive bad news. And then they say, manifestation doesn't work, the law of assumption is a lie. The lie is what you're telling yourself every day. The law of assumption always works. It's working now. Even when you assume yourself to be a victim, it works and delivers more reasons to feel like a victim. The question is not whether it works. The question is, in which state are you persisting? And here is the secret within the secret, what Michael is giving you now, the bridge of incidents. When you assume a new state of consciousness and persist in it, the universe is compelled to build a bridge of incidents, a sequence of seemingly coincidental events that will take you from where you are to the physical manifestation of your desire. You don't need to know how. You don't need to plan how. You don't need to control how. You just need to inhabit the state and persist. The bridge builds itself, an unexpected phone call, a chance encounter at the market, an email that seems to have fallen from the sky, an idea that comes to you in the shower, a recommendation from a friend you haven't seen in years, a neighbor who mentions something that changes everything. All of these are the bricks that the universe or God or your own higher consciousness is laying for you to cross. But if you leave the state, if you go back to feeling miserable, if you go back to feeling fear, anger, resentment, lack, the bridge collapses. And then you have to start all over again. This is why so many people take years, decades, to manifest things they could have manifested in weeks. It's not a lack of faith, it's a lack of persistence in feeling. It's the so-called emotional seesaw that destroys any construction. Excited today, discouraged tomorrow, confident today, desperate tomorrow. You can no longer live like this, not after hearing the truth. And now I will teach you the most powerful reprogramming technique, the one that will turn the key of the vault night after night until your new reality becomes inevitable. It's nighttime reprogramming. The last 5 minutes before you sleep are the most sacred of your entire day. More sacred than any spoken prayer, more powerful than any ritual, because it is at this moment, on the border between the conscious and the subconscious, that the door to the fourth dimension opens. And what you feel in these minutes, your subconscious accepts as absolute truth and works all night to materialize. Most people commit the spiritual crime of bursting through this door with terrible thoughts. They go to sleep thinking about the bill due tomorrow. They go to sleep replaying the argument they had with their husband. They go to sleep angry at their child. They go to sleep afraid of losing their job. They go to sleep watching bad news on their phone until sleep comes. And then they wake up the next day, and life is getting worse and worse, and the person doesn't understand. They planted it themselves, they watered it themselves, they fertilized it themselves. Tonight I want you to do it differently. When you lay your head on the pillow, close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and vividly imagine a short scene, no more than a minute long, that implies your desire has already been fulfilled. Don't imagine the desire itself. Imagine the aftermath, the consequence. If you want a new love, imagine your hand being held by that person. Feel the warmth, feel the weight, feel the scent. If you want prosperity, imagine someone hugging you and saying, "Congratulations, you did it, I knew you would." Feel that hug. Feel the emotion rising from your feet to your head. If you want healing, imagine the doctor showing you the exam and saying, "Everything is perfect, everything is clear." Feel the relief flowing through your body like a warm waterfall. Repeat this short scene once, twice, 3 times until you fall asleep. Repeat it in such a way that it becomes natural, that it becomes real to your inner senses. And then, sleep. Don't try to force it. Don't try to control the outcome. Just sleep with that feeling. And do this night after night. Don't skip a single day. And in a few weeks, at most a few months, you will begin to notice that your external reality is changing to conform to the internal reality you are cultivating. This is the law of assumption in action. Assumption. This is the key that Michael is placing in your hand now. Now listen to something important, because I know Brazilians have a tough life. I know you wake up early, take crowded buses, deal with a difficult boss, come home tired, and still have to take care of children, husband, wife, elderly parents, sick mothers. I know there are days you just want a hot shower and sleep, and then you think, How am I supposed to imagine good things when my real life is one blow after another? This is precisely the enemy's trap. This is the chain Michael came to break. Because your inner dialogue is your greatest treasure or your greatest curse. And it works 24 hours a day with you or against you. Stop and listen to what you say to yourself during the day. Oh my God, another bill, it always happens to me. I have no luck, it's too hard. Money is short again. This month will be tight. Nobody values me. I'm tired. I can't take it anymore. Do you realize what you're doing? You are praying, yes, but you are praying against yourself. Each of these thoughts is a prayer in reverse. Each of these feelings is a signature on the contract of lack. And the universe, faithfully, delivers exactly what you are decreeing. From today on, everything changes. From today on, your inner dialogue becomes your sanctuary. When you catch yourself thinking there's not enough money, you immediately correct yourself. I am abundant. Money flows into my life in increasing amounts. When you catch yourself thinking nobody loves me, you correct. I am loved, true love is coming to me now. When you catch yourself thinking I can't do it, you correct. I am capable, I am guided, all doors are opening for me. It doesn't matter if your logical mind says it's a lie. It doesn't matter if you don't believe it at first. Persist. Persistence reprograms. Persistence opens the bridge of incidents. Persistence doubles reality. And as you do this, something extraordinary begins to happen in your physical body. Science has already proven it. The human heart emits a measurable electromagnetic field, a field that extends for meters around your body. And this field changes quality depending on the feeling you cultivate. When you cultivate gratitude, love, joy, this field becomes coherent, harmonic, attractive. It literally attracts people, opportunities, situations aligned with that frequency. When you cultivate fear, anger, lack, the field becomes chaotic, repulsive. It repels what is good and attracts what is bad. It's no longer mysticism. It's measurement. It's laboratory. It's 21st century neurocardiology. The spirituality of the ancient prophets is being confirmed by the microscopes and magnetometers of the world's most advanced research centers. And what does this mean? It means that when you assume a state, you are not just pretending. You are literally reconfiguring the electromagnetic field that surrounds your body. You are altering the frequency of everything that touches your life. You are, in a very real sense, rewriting your biography from the heart. This is why the Psalm said that from the heart come the springs of life. This is why Proverbs asked you to guard your heart above all else. The ancients were not fools. They knew that the throne of creative consciousness was there. And the Michael you invoke, the archangel of the fiery sword, acts precisely at this level. He doesn't just come to tear chains outside. He comes to tear chains inside. The ancient fears, the inherited beliefs from your parents and grandparents, the verbal curses they hurled at you as a child, the words that teachers, ex-lovers, envious neighbors spat into your history. All of this forms a web, a dense net that envelops your heart and prevents your natural frequency, which is the frequency of abundance, love, and life, from fully manifesting. Michael arrives with the sword and cuts, but he only cuts with your authorization. He only acts under your decree. That's why I ask you now, in silence, to say, I authorize, I accept, I receive. The vault is open. I am free. Now let me tell you about something no one tells you about the law of assumption, and which is the reason so many people give up. When you start assuming a new state of consciousness, your external world, before improving, generally seems to get worse. It's like stirring up a dusty room. The dust rises before it settles. People who vibrated at your old frequency start to distance themselves, argue with you, disappear. Old situations come to the surface, asking to be resolved. You feel confused, unstable, sometimes sad for no reason. Most people at this point conclude that it's not working and run back to the old consciousness. Fatal mistake. Precisely at this moment of apparent chaos is when the transformation is happening at the deepest level. It's the old reality crumbling for the new to be built. Persist, crossover, trust. On the other side of this turbulence lies the kingdom that has always been yours. And how do you cross over? By returning to feeling. Always returning to feeling, because feeling is the secret. Always remember, Feeling is the secret. Not willpower, not effort, not struggle. Feeling. What feeling are you cultivating at this moment? If it's fear, you are planting fear. If it's vibrant hope, you are planting a harvest. You are a farmer of the fourth dimension, and your life outside is the field that shows exactly what was planted inside. I want to talk now about the three main vaults that Michael is opening in your life today. Pay attention, because each of them can change an entire area of your existence. The first is the vault of financial prosperity. That money that always seems to slip through your fingers, that tightness at the end of the month, that feeling that you'll never get out of the struggle. This vault was locked by an old belief that money is difficult, money is dirty, money corrupts, money flees from you. And today, now this vault opens, you assume a new state. I am a channel of abundance. Money comes to me with ease and in increasing amounts. I am rich in resources, in ideas, in opportunities. I live in a divine economy where nothing is lacking for me and mine. Feel this, persist in this, and watch the bridge of incidents build itself. It could be a promotion at work. It could be a business idea that comes out of nowhere. It could be an old debt being forgiven. It could be a forgotten inheritance appearing. Don't control. Just inhabit the state and observe. The second is the vault of true love. That love that never arrives, that relationship that always goes wrong, that pattern of wrong people repeating in your life. This vault was locked by an old wound, perhaps from childhood, perhaps from a past betrayal, perhaps from abandonment in adolescence that made you believe deep down that you don't deserve whole love, or that true love doesn't exist, or that if you give yourself over, you will suffer. And today, now, this vault opens. You assume a new state. I am loved deeply, completely, the way I always dreamed. There is a person for me, and that person is preparing right now to meet me. I am worthy of sacred love. I already am this love. Feel this, persist, and see how quickly the wrong people leave your life and the right person starts to appear in the most unexpected ways. Perhaps in the bank line, perhaps in a work group, perhaps through a mutual friend. The third is the vault of healing. Healing of the body, yes, but also healing of broken family relationships. That rebellious child, that distant sibling, that wounded mother, that absent father, that old resentment you've carried for years and no longer even notice the weight of. This vault was locked by resentment, and resentment in the language of quantum physics is a frequency that imprisons the one who feels it more than the one it targets. Today now, this vault opens. You assume a new state. I am forgiveness. I release everyone. I am released from everyone. My family is blessed and in divine harmony. My body is a perfect temple of health and vitality. I am whole. I am well. I am peace. Feel this, persist, and observe relationships being restored, bodies healing, homes filling with light. I want you to understand that the law of assumption is not spiritual selfishness. It's not manifesting an empty life full of things. It's recognizing your divine nature and restoring your life to the brilliance it always had. It's an act of sacred self-love and service to the world, because a prosperous, loved, healed, peaceful person has much more to offer others than a broken person dragging the weight of the world on their shoulders. When you heal yourself, you heal a lineage. When you prosper, you open paths for your children, nephews, grandchildren. When you love truly, you teach others to love. You are the portal through which heaven descends to earth, and that's why the enemy tried so hard to keep you locked in lack, because an awakened person breaks invisible chains around her entire being. If you are still here listening to every word, it's because your spirit has recognized the truth. This video is not entertainment, it's a call, and I need you to seal this call in two practical ways. First, leave your like now if you haven't already. This like is your decree of acceptance. You are telling the universe, I accept the new reality, I authorize the transformation, the vault is open, and I receive what is mine. Second, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. The subscription is your signature on the contract of new consciousness. You are saying, I belong to this state. I am not going back. I remain aligned to the truth. Do this now, with intention, with feeling, and notice how a wave of lightness crosses your chest. This wave is the confirmation. This wave is Michael passing by. And in the comments, I want you to write 3 words. I am free. Don't write them just to write them. Write them feeling them. Write them with tears in your eyes if necessary. Every time these 3 words are typed with real feeling, another chain breaks. In your heart and in the heart of whoever reads them. We are building a chain of good, a network of awakened people. You are not alone on this journey. There are thousands like you all over Brazil, from Oiapoque to Chuí, from Belém to Porto Alegre, from the interior of Minas Gerais to the northeast Sertão, from the capitals to the most distant villages, all awakening to the truth at the same time. And together, in aligned frequency, we are unstoppable. We are. Now let's move on to the practical closing, because I didn't leave you here just to fill you with inspiration and send you away. I came to give you a tool, what you will do tonight without fail. First, before sleeping, 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, hold for 3 seconds, exhale through your mouth. Feel your body sinking into the mattress. Feel your spine relaxing. Feel your jaw loosening. Second, think of the short scene that implies your desire has already been fulfilled. Not the desire itself, remember? The aftermath scene, someone hugging you, someone congratulating you. The key to the new house in your hand, the ring on your finger, the clear exam. Choose your scene. Third, live this scene with all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel on your skin? What does the air smell like? Who is around you? The more sensory, the more real it is for the subconscious. Fourth, repeat this scene 3 to 5 times, letting the feeling grow with each repetition. Fifth, sleep with the feeling of gratitude of someone who has already received. Thank you, it is done, And that's it, sleep. Don't keep demanding results the next day. Don't keep checking if it worked. Just trust and repeat the next night, and the next, and the next. A minimum of 21 days, 45 for the most resistant. And you will begin to see life reorganizing itself around you in ways that even your imagination dared not predict. During the day, monitor your inner dialogue as if you were a spiritual sheriff. Every thought of lack you cut, every complaint you rephrase, every lament you transmute into anticipated gratitude. There's not enough money becomes, money is coming, I am abundant. I'm tired becomes, my energies are being renewed. Nobody values me becomes, I am valued, I value myself, and the world mirrors this value. It's work. I won't lie to you. It's daily, patient, persistent work. But it's the only work that truly pays. Because everything else, the job, the salary, the investments, are consequences of this inner work. Those who don't do the inner work run their whole lives after a carrot they never reach. Those who do discover that abundance has always been within, just waiting for permission to manifest. I want to leave you with one last truth, and perhaps it is the deepest of all. You are not waiting for God to move. God is waiting for you to move. You are not waiting for the universe to give you a chance. The universe is waiting for you to assume your royalty. You are not waiting for Michael to descend with the sword. Michael is waiting for you to say, I authorize. The initiative is yours. The state of consciousness is yours. The choice is yours. Every person on this planet lives exactly in the state they consciously or unconsciously allow themselves to live. And today you heard the truth. There's no going back pretending you didn't know. Consciousness is like a bell that, once rung, cannot be unrung. You have been rung. You have been reached. You have been chosen. And what you do with this, starting tonight, will define the next 20, 30, 40 years of your existence. I will ask you one last thing before I release you for your night. Place your right hand over your heart. Yes, now. Place it there. Feel the beat. Feel the warmth. This heart has beaten more than 2 billion times for you to reach this moment, hearing these words. It has never abandoned you. It was there when you cried as a child, when you fell in love for the first time, when you suffered your first loss, when you had the darkest nights of your life. It kept beating faithfully, patiently, waiting for you to awaken to your own power. And now, with your hand on it, repeat with me out loud if you can, silently if you must. I am free. I am abundant. I am loved. I am healed. I am guided. The vault is open. The key is mine. The kingdom belongs to me. I am. There, it is done. The seal has been placed. The new reality has begun to move. And from now on, each day that passes, each night you sleep with the scene alive in your chest, each thought you rephrase, each feeling you cultivate with persistence, will push you closer and closer to the life that has always been yours by divine right. Don't give up on the 3rd day. Don't give up on the 10th. Don't give up when the dust rises. Persist. The bridge of incidents is being built. The bricks are being laid. The key is already in your hand. The vault is already open. And Michael, standing beside you with the flaming sword pointing the way, whispers now in your spiritual ear, "Go, son. Go, daughter. The kingdom is yours. It always was." May this word enter deeply. May this night be the first of a new life. May every overdue bill become an old memory. May every old pain become a testimony. May every frustrated love become experience used to recognize true love when it arrives. May every tear shed all these years become a seed harvested in a bountiful crop. You are greater than all that has happened to you. You are stronger than any chain. You are more sacred than any label they threw at you throughout your life. And from tonight on, you are free. Leave your like, which is your decree of acceptance. Subscribe, which is your signature on the contract of new consciousness. Comment, "I am free," to seal this transmission. And come back tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, and on the following nights, because I will continue to deliver here on this channel all the keys, all the techniques, all the truths that the enemy has hidden from you for so many years. You are no longer alone. You are home. You are awake. Hand the vault finally, after so many lives, after so many generations, after so many prayers that seemed not to arrive, has been opened. May the peace of the 4th dimension settle in your chest now. May the feeling of already having what you possess be your pillow tonight. May Michael guard your sleep with the sword of fire over your bedroom door. And may you wake up tomorrow being, feeling, living, the highest version of all that you have always been inside and never knew how to let be born outside. I am. You are. It is done. Amen.